Hello everybody, I am Mike from the Rewatch Project podcast, and I am back with another edition of Front Row, these music performance reaction videos, and I am back in the wonderful world of one Elvis Aaron Presley with a reaction to the song Gentle on My Mind. This looks like it's from the late 60s. This is another from Elvis in Memphis album. A few people have recommended this one to me. I have no idea about this song. I've never heard it before, as is always the case. This will be a pure as the driven snow first time listen reaction. Before getting into that though, just a quick reminder that I do pause these songs, I do talk over them. That is just how I choose to react. It is what it is. If that is not to your taste, I don't know what to tell you. However, I will say, if you have not heard this song before, then please do not follow my terrible example and listen to it in its entirety before I spoil it by talking all over it right now. Also, likes and subscribes are very much appreciated. The more people who subscribe to the channel, the higher the profile of it, and the more people who discover it and conversation that will ensue, and that is a great motivator for doing these with a higher level of regularity. Also, check out the other content on this channel, including the Rewatch Project with Hannah and Mike podcast, where we go back and rewatch some of our favourite film and television franchises, in addition to the other film, TV, music, and general pop culture related goodness that cohabits this here channel. And last but not least, donations via PayPal are very much appreciated, if and only if you can afford to do so without causing yourself any financial hardship. It really helps with the upkeep of the channel. Really hoping to continue to upgrade some of the equipment so it's a lot easier and quicker to do these videos, so I can put them out more frequently for you, the viewer. Right, so without further ado, Gentle on My Mind, I believe this song's called, Elvis Presley. Here we go. Let's roll.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Oh, I like that.
That makes me tend to keep my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch.
What a storyteller.
It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds. I had the heat stains that have dried up on some line.
Oh, strings.
That keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind.
Oh, beautiful. Ah.
It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now.
Ooh, but this is going nice and low there.
Or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking.
Love his timbre and cadence on this song.
The world will not be cursed or forgiven when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you were just gentle on my mind.
Oh,
The
bass.
wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us. And some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone.
It's going to stop for a moment there. This is a really tremendous example of Elvis's clarity. You know, it's like a cool morning air, you know, when you go out and it's September and school started up again, and there's that feeling of returning to the world after the summer, and the air has that sharpness, that crispness, and everything just seems clearer. And that's the feeling I get when Elvis just cuts through, and you've got that great sort of like shuffle sound of the song, and I think it's like a sort of Fender Rhodes in the background or something, kind of giving it a little bit of funkiness, and the strings over that kind of helping it coast, and the beautiful backing vocals as well, and it just feels so clear and so unmuddied and unmuddled, that it really creates an incredible soundscape and venue for Elvis to just deliver this beautiful sentiment with this wonderful slipping into the baritone and kind of finding the groove of the song as well, but just being so clear and that wonderful enunciation that he has. You know, I talk a lot about how inclusive Elvis is at creating a sense of community in the listener, and being able to understand what he's saying is a really important part of that, so you can feel it as well. But I think even if English wasn't your first language, even if you didn't understand the meaning of the words, I think you get the meaning of the song through the pure conveyance of emotion.
I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I rise. But not to where I cannot see you, walking the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. I dip my cup of soup back from a gurgling, cracking cauldron in some train yard. My beardy rustling cold pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Through cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast.
And his sense of rhythm, you know, with a cup turns round a tin can, it just creates this kind of percussive funkiness. It's so instinctive. And I don't think that's on the page. You could have sung that straight. Listen to this.
Through cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and fight.
It just pulls you in and moves you.
That you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
What a beautiful, shuffling, airy song. You know, it's, gosh, if you could just bottle that. And it's transportative as well. There's something about Elvis's music that takes you to a place. It feels like in the same way that movies, or even now with like video games and virtual reality, you know, it's escape. You know, I've talked before about how this sense of communion that you get and community that you get with Elvis, this feeling that we're all part of the same world, but we're all the same because we all feel the same things and experience the same emotions. But Elvis also offers the opportunity to transport yourself to another place. Like, you feel like you're in another place when you listen to that music and you really allow it to envelop you. And that's something that I don't think you can measure in, it's alchemy, it's art, not science, you know. And what a beautiful, airy song. That's one that's going to be on the playlist. So yeah, tell me what to cover next. Really, as is always the case, loving these Elvis performances from the late 60s, early 70s. And I want to get back into some of the live stuff and a bit of the early stuff, and I want to start watching some of the movies as well. So give me some indications about what I should cover next. Tell me your story. Tell me your background with these songs and your experiences discovering Elvis as well. I love hearing that stuff, and I love interacting with you out there on the comments page on YouTube. So yeah, just a quick reminder, likes and subscribes very much appreciated. Check out the other content on the channel, and donations via PayPal if you can afford to do so without causing yourself any financial hardship. And thank you so much to those who have contributed so far. It's very, very much appreciated, but please only do so if you can. It's really just great to have you along for the ride, and all of that is just a bonus. So I'm out of here for now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.